All right, that was Prem Kumar Dhumal, Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, listing out his complaints with the centre, starting with calling the centre allergic to the idea of a Himachal regiment, an infantry regiment in the Indian Army, and making it very clear that this is going to be a fight based on corruption. Ashok, I'd like to come to you about Himachal specifically. You heard the things that Prem Kumar Dhumal said. You also said that in Himachal Pradesh, the fight between the Congress and the BJP is going to be quite qualitatively different from what it's going to be like in Gujarat. Why do you think that?
Well, the primary reason is in Himachal Pradesh, the Congress has a strong local leader in Veerbhadra Singh. Now, he's aging, he's past his prime, but he's still a very powerful local leader. In Gujarat, as we saw today from Mrs. Gandhi's visit and meeting in Rajkot, the party lacks a strong local leader. So it's Sonia Gandhi versus Narendra Modi, or Delhi versus Narendra Modi. There's no local leadership, and obviously Sonia Gandhi can't become chief minister, just like Rahul Gandhi couldn't become chief minister in UP.
Yeah.
And that is going to cost them there. While in Himachal, they have a very strong local leader who can potentially become chief minister.
All right, so they do have a strong,
that will help them
a strong individual, a strong personality who could be chief minister. Sanjeev, speaking of Gujarat, there was a lot of anticipation about the symbolism, the things Sonia Gandhi would say today in Gujarat at Rajkot this morning. What did you think of it? There is a sense that there's been a missed opportunity. It was in Saurashtra, several other things could have been said, and yet there's this other side which says that it was prudent. She didn't take Narendra Modi on directly. What do you think?
See, like I said, on first glance, like when you first hear the speech, you'll think, oh, what a missed opportunity. There was a big crowd, at least from what we saw on television channels and through television lenses, cameras, that there was a fairly sizable crowd, good number of workers, state leadership, and she didn't raise the pitch to the level that she could have, raised the kind of issues which would have really enthused and fired up the party cadre and rank and file.
Yeah.
Having said that, Congress is not really known for its party cadre and rank and file. It's a larger sending symbolic messages in addressing the typical rainbow constituency of the year of the past, which Congress had of backwards, poor, minorities, Dalits, Adivasis, tribals. And I think her speech, if you really analyze it, was quite tactical. Because on one level, somebody like a Sonia Gandhi didn't want to join the battle directly with Narendra Modi, because in that kind of a face-off, as history has shown, past has shown, that Narendra Modi comes trumps. So Sonia Gandhi wanted to avoid a direct face-off. Having said that, there was a press release from, or some kind of communique from CIC that she paid for her own medical bills later, which was kind of an answer to what Narendra Modi has been saying in recent past. And the tactical thing was that she didn't go back at all, a complete departure from the past. She had no mention of 2002, nothing about Gujarat riots, nothing about Hindu-Muslim. Even the word minorities was very deftly, I think, and again tactically slipped in between tribals and Dalits, and then came minorities, Aqliyat, and then she talked about youth and Garib and poor and all that. So I think, for one, the Congress is realizing that going back to the past is something which is going to give results of the past, which is bad defeat for the Congress. So let's concentrate on Modi's report card of governance, his report card of good development work, and try and see whether they can find some holes there in that kind of armor. It's a difficult task. Everybody expects Modi to do well, but I think the Congress strategy is at least more intelligent, if this is their strategy from what came across from a speech today, than their strategy of the past.
GVL Narasimha Rao, there was expectation. There was always the possibility that Sonia Gandhi might have clarified or taken on Narendra Modi directly, because the things that Narendra Modi himself said were pretty direct things. Considering she's taken Modi on, at least his government on things like development, on things like corruption, things like that, should that be a worry? Because she hasn't been drawn down to a personal war of words with Narendra Modi.
Firstly, I think Congress party has been trying its best to somehow deflect the attention from the questions that have been posed to the Congress leadership, which was to give details of the expenses incurred on foreign travel of Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. On the other hand, the Congress party is trying to somehow whip up an emotional sentiment by linking it up with her health and treatment. These are questions that Modi has never asked. In fact, in his speech yesterday, he made it abundantly clear. He said that Mrs. Gandhi is the head of the ruling coalition. So whatever it costs to spend, whatever it costs to take care of her health, the government is most welcome to do it. I think the Congress party, rather than Digvijay Singh has been alleging that it was the BJP and Mr. Modi who have been spreading canards. I think on the other hand, it's the Congress party which is trying to somehow prevaricate on this issue. And today's Sonia Gandhi was on a very defensive. You have seen Sonia Gandhi also in the recent past in an aggressive posture, but today she was quite timid and she was unable to respond to any of the questions that have been raised. That's point number one. And point number two is she was also defensive about all the decisions that the central government has taken in the past, in the recent couple of months. She tried to explain FDI as a boon to the farmers. She also tried to justify the increase in diesel prices and the kind of curtailing of the number of cylinders. I think it does not wash with the people, because the people already have a certain imagery about the Congress party's government at the center that has actually been, that is the whole, the country knows how corrupt this government has been. So she is on a very weak wicket. She is trying to hit the BJP government in Gujarat on her so-called perceived non-performance, which the people of Gujarat do not certainly agree to. So whatever she tried today, I think it will go completely down the drain, because people have very strong perceptions and positions about how the Gujarat government has performed and how the central government has misgoverned in the past 2 years.
There's no doubt about the fact that people have very strong perceptions about everything that's happening in Gujarat, people both inside and outside Gujarat. I want to go across live now, gentlemen, to my colleague Swastika Mehta, who joins me from Rajkot. She was reporting from there when Sonia Gandhi made her speech at Rajkot in Saurashtra this morning. Swastika, two views. One, it was a missed opportunity. Sonia Gandhi didn't take, Narendra Modi on directly. The BJP thinks the things she said, going to make the campaign go completely down the drain. On the other hand, there is a view that it was tactical, it was studied, it was calculated. She didn't want to take him on directly. You've been speaking, to people in the audiences there in Rajkot. You've been speaking to Congress workers. How do they feel? Are they happy with the way Sonia Gandhi turned it out, or is there disappointment?
Well, Shiv, very frankly, for the audience here, the turnout was from Saurashtra, which is, the people here are called Kathiawardis, and Saurashtra is very strong in their farming community. So very clearly, Sonia Gandhi was addressing a farmers' rally, and she spoke about issues that concern the farmers, what it is that they need, whether it's the subsidies on seeds or it is irrigation. As far as a face-off is concerned, Narendra Modi, Shiv, most definitely she steered clear from any controversial statements, a very carefully crafted script which she has come and read out, a rhetoric on development and the kind of work that has been set in by the Congress party here in Gujarat. But most definitely one would say that the kind of speech that was made did not really have the kind of impact that one was looking at when they saw Sonia Gandhi, the UPA chairperson, kick-starting the Congress campaign right here in Rajkot for Gujarat.
Ashok, I want to bring you in before I switch to to Himachal, and I want to talk about Himachal and Mr. Dhumal as well. Ashok, what did you think of Sonia Gandhi's speech today?
Look, I wouldn't want to rush into judgment, because the first phase of the campaigning in Gujarat will end on December 11th, which is 2 months from now, which is about 9 weeks from now, maybe even 10 weeks. In this period, you'll see a lot of issues emerging. So I don't want to say that she's not going to attack Modi or this is her final speech. It's not, because things are going to change. If you remember in 2007, the so-called Maut ka Saudagar phrase came fairly late in the campaign. It didn't come initially. I think this election will be a mix of state and national issues and sword play. I'll tell you why. Because Of course, Mr. Modi's record in Gujarat will be interrogated and either praised or criticized by both parties. But that apart, the Congress is conscious that it's taking on its potential national opponent.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the BJP also, there's this realization that Modi is going to at some point be, if not the face, one of your key faces at the center, and before 2014. When the posters for 2014 are put up before the 2014 election, Modi will figure somewhere. So in that sense, and he knows he has to take on the Congress national leadership because there is no local leadership to take on. So this election will really be a mix of national and state issues. It cannot just be limited to state issues at all.
Yeah.
Inevitably, national issues will come in.
Okay, so this isn't just a regional election. This isn't just a local election in Gujarat.
No, it would be
definitely.
To sort of see it like that.
All right. Okay. I want to speak about Himachal Pradesh right now. I want to go first across to headlines. Today's Manaman Singh China, who's been speaking to his sources in the Himachal government, also members of both the Congress and the BJP in the state. Manaman, you heard Prem Kumar Dhumal, Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, just a short while ago. He had a litany of complaints against the centre. We've also seen in the recent past, Manaman, a war of words between the Congress and the BJP in the state. You've got the BJP's slogan saying "Kaho dil se, Dhumal phir se," and the Congress saying "Kaho dil se, corruption phir se." What are you hearing about the way things are working as far as this war of words and how the fight is turning out in Himachal, Manaman?
Well, Shiv, as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned, the situation is a bit similar to that which existed in Punjab earlier this year before the elections took place. This is a battle in Himachal Pradesh which is for the Congress to lose. There is not a particular wave in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and it would be quite easy for the Congress to come back given the various
Manaman, just stay with me for a moment. Apologize for interrupting you. Pawan Kumar Bansal, Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, is speaking. Let's just cut across and listen in. Okay, I apologize. We'll get back to that press conference in just a bit. He was speaking in the national capital. We will just get that soundbite for you in a moment. Manaman, go ahead. You were telling us about Himachal.
Yes, Shiv, as I was saying that the situation in Himachal is a bit similar to that of Punjab, which existed earlier this year when Punjab went to poll. This is a battle for Congress to lose because there is nothing going for BJP. There are allegations of corruption against the BJP government, but there is bitter infighting within the Congress in Himachal Pradesh. There are two camps now divided between Veerbhadra Singh and Anand Sharma. Veerbhadra Singh wants to have
Manaman, just hold on to that thought. Manaman, just hold on to that thought. We're just going to come back to you in just a few minutes. Manish Tiwari of the Congress is speaking. Let's cut across and listen in live.
सर देखिए कर देते हैं उसको.
Okay, we'll just get back to that also in just a bit. Manaman, you're saying that this is the Congress's election to lose in Himachal. Why haven't they been able to get their act together? Isn't there a campaign against the Dhumal government on the plank of corruption?
Well, Shiv, as far as the Congress in Himachal is concerned, Veerbhadra Singh wants to have a complete sway over distribution of tickets. He wants to ensure that people whom he thinks are worthy of winning, they get the tickets. There is a strong lobby which has always been against Veerbhadra Singh. They do not want him to have a complete hand. And at a point of time, it did seem when Veerbhadra was not appointed the Pradesh Congress Chief President that he would break away. In fact, he had started giving certain hints. It remains to be seen how the ticket distribution in Congress in Himachal plays out. If Veerbhadra gets his say, because he holds the major chunk of votes as far as the Congress is concerned, then the Congress stands a very good chance. If they keep on fighting, if this bitter infighting continues, this war of words within Congress continues, they will surely lose because Dhumal is going to consolidate.
Sanjeev, I'd like to bring you in. There's infighting happening in both the BJP and the Congress in Himachal, isn't there?
See, there's infighting in BJP, but the infighting in BJP is relatively led by a has-been. Shanta Kumar has been a very important leader of the party. Really one of the old guard, the famous, the Bhairav Singh Shekhawat, Shanta Kumar, Saklechas of the world, the leadership who worked with Advani and Vajpayee together in tandem.
Yes.
But that is on the wane. So he's he's still a force, he's still a moral authority, but not so much of an electoral dividend spoiler or giver, Shanta Kumar. But in sharp contrast, you have Veerbhadra Singh as the biggest crowd puller or vote catcher.
Yes.
But somebody who has the ears of the High Command more in Delhi is a Anand Sharma. Now, Anand Sharma is on the as far as roots are concerned, political roots in Himachal Pradesh, most people think he is quite a rootless wonder. But he has the eyes and ears of the High Command here. So, you know, he always tries and gets his people in place, because he also, like any leader, they want their position in their respective states to be very secure and very sure, because that's where they derive their political power from. Anand Sharma doesn't have the clout back in Himachal. Veerbhadra Singh don't have the clout in Delhi. And that's the dilemma which the Congress party seems to be caught in. Right now, they have done a right thing by at least anointing Veerbhadra Singh as the chairman of the campaign committee or whatever. They have the post. And seemingly he is in charge. But with the Congress in-house games and tricks and, you know what, it can really turn either which way in the coming weeks.
Well, it can turn either which way in the coming weeks. Before we continue talking about Himachal and Gujarat, I just want to run the viewer through the announcements that have been made today by the Chief Election Commissioner VS Sampath. I'm joined now by Kamaljeet Sandhu, who was there at the Chief Election Commissioner's press conference. Kamal, just take us through the announcements that have been made. Single phase in Himachal, 2 phases in Gujarat.
Well, definitely. So, single phase in Himachal, remember this is a hilly area, but a small one at that. And that is why a single phase is enough. And the counting is definitely on the 20th, which is going to be matching with the dates of Gujarat. Remember, it's BJP in both the states. So, it's going to be very, very interesting. It's a direct competition between BJP and Congress. Will they be able to turn the tide over? But as far as Election Commission is concerned, it was not just the weather, the festivals, but also that there should be free and fair elections, which is the mandate. So, definitely going on those lines. They've also talked about security forces, major security forces, paramilitary being kept in Gujarat. Maximum, we've been told around 530 companies would be in Gujarat, and just 50 companies would do so for Himachal Pradesh. Meetings have already been done with the Home Ministry as such, but definitely going ahead with the times, the phases have been kept small. We already know that Himachal is a small state, but even in Gujarat, seeing the sensitivity of the state, the election dates have been kept in 2 phases, and they are likely to have a peaceful polling. And remember, as far as the political parties are concerned, campaign is concerned, things have already kick-started.
Okay, thanks Kamal for getting us that update from the Election Commission. We'll leave it from the Election Commission office for the moment. Ashok, as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned, we're seeing the Congress, you know, the war of words, the things that they've been saying about the Dhumal government is almost entirely predicated on corruption, on bad decisions. Similar things that are being said about the Congress government in the center. It's a similar kind of sentiment. Is that going to cut any ice as far as the elections are concerned?
See, Himachal has always seen a tight bipolar contest. In such a tight bipolar contest, even a small swing of votes can make a great difference to the seats won or lost. As far as corruption goes, frankly, Congress governments in the past in Himachal, including Mr. Veerbhadra Singh's previous governments, have also been accused of corruption. Corruption hasn't been a great record for several governments or both parties in Himachal. I think the Congress's biggest potential mistake here, and what something the BJP would be praying for probably, is if the Anand Sharma Veerbhadra Singh fight or tussle becomes something like the tussle between ND Tiwari and in Uttaranchal. So if something of that nature happens, where the natural leader of the party is sidelined by somebody who has the blessings of the leadership in Delhi, as Sanjeev was suggesting, then it could cost the Congress a few seats. And if that doesn't happen, and if Veerbhadra Singh is given a clean sort of mandate by the central authorities to lead the campaign, I think he would give the BJP a very, very good fight.
Okay, okay. So it's a tight. It could be tightly contested in Himachal. I want to get back to Gujarat right now. Let's just remind you of the dates in Gujarat. The notification is going to be on the 17th of November. The last date for withdrawal of nominations is the 28th of November. The date of polling is the 13th of December. GVL Narasimha Rao, well-known psephologist and also member of the BJP National Committee, is with us in the studio. Mr. Rao, how do you think the BJP, I mean, how has the BJP reacted to the things that Sonia Gandhi has said today? We spoke a short while ago about the things she said, the fact that she didn't really take on Narendra Modi directly. But does it worry the BJP that the plank could be taking on and perhaps attempting to dismantle that entire image of progressive Gujarat under Narendra Modi?
The image of progressive Gujarat is not just an imagery that has been built through any
because she said that the progressiveness happened under the Congress. That's what she said in her speech.
No, the only you see, all those who have visited Gujarat in the past few years, particularly in the past decade and more so in the recent years, have vouched for the fact that Gujarat has undergone a tremendous transformation in terms of development. And even the worst critics of the BJP have stated things, have said things which are extremely positive about Gujarat. So at a time, the real contrast that one obtains in Gujarat is you have a state government that has performed tremendously, creditably and credibly, and you have the exact opposite of that happening in Delhi. And Delhi presents a Congress's way of governance in the country, a complete misgovernance, coupled with corruption and all kinds of and all the other vices that come along with it. And one interesting factor that one needs to keep in mind, as I do a lot of polling, I think I'm in a position to share this insight. You see, in the earlier years, when there is a sort of general inflationary trend in the economy, people would not be really sure whether this is happening because of, let's say, whether the real culprit is the central government or the state government. And most people, ordinary people, have a better understanding and better access to information within the state. So in the past, we had situations wherever prices went up nationally, the blame would be laid on the state government, although they are not responsible for it. But today, you have a situation where across the country, people are blaming the central government squarely and completely for all-round price increase and corruption. So as a result, this would benefit all the opposition parties, non-Congress parties. So Himachal also, in my perception, would be a beneficiary. The BJP would be a beneficiary of this perception of the Congress party at the center having inflicted this kind of unbearable price rise. And the recent increases in diesel and curtailing of LPG has only added to the woes of the Congress party. So I think despite the fact that Himachal has always been a closer and a tight-fisted contest, I think the BJP has a clear advantage, mainly on account of the fact that Congress has completely discredited itself at the center, and that image has stuck to the entire collective psyche of this country.